Hello, and welcome to hopefully the last pickup and stream. I'm really kind of done with this playthrough and want it to be over, so let's hopefully get it done. I've got a bit of a plan for the stream, which is going to start with getting a key brand from a Don't Dig Up world. Let's go small because it's easier to... Or should we go large, because then there's more chance that I'll get a bed in hell. How are you going to get armor in hard mode? Well, the only armors I could get are really the pre-hard mode ones plus Tiki armor. That's like literally it, which is kind of a sad, but it is what it is. Let's go corruption, I guess. In fact, Crimson usually leaves bigger caves, so we'll go with that. Old One's army. Unfortunately, I can't get any more defender medals than the first set that the guy gives you. I haven't got around to watching the last VOD yet. What did I miss? So the last VOD was just a test world that we were in, and I was going through different ways that I could potentially kill the Moon Lord, and eventually kind of came to the conclusion that the only way it would be reasonably doable is by using beach balls to hit the projectile limit. Now, it would be possible to do it legitimately, or I should say more legitimately, but the amount of time it would take and the amount of luck it would take is genuinely terrifying. Because each time I fight the Moon Lord, I would have to fight the cultist and all of the pillars to get through it, and I don't really want to do that. Okay, so let's first of all get some housing built. Because we're going to need the merchant to be able to move in, or the travelling merchant. There, and then I should be able to do that. Do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, the reason I need a key brand is because it's pretty much the only way I'm going to be able to deal damage to the Moon Lord, with the fact that I won't be able to use any projectiles. Shit, that's a house. That is indeed a house. Was hoping I'd see someone do this challenge after I watched Terracia's video. Well, surprisingly, considering how long that Terracia video has been out, I started this before then. Like, this stream series has been going for a while. And even more insane is the fact that Terrasteel and Adventure 32 are trying to do it in Not Get Fixed Boy for the Worthy, which is genuinely insane. I think this should be enough for Travelling Merchant to spawn. Although I've just realised that if I try and teleport home, no, it's fine. I was worried it would break the house. What we do need is another one of those. And I need to actually get to it to craft another seat. Traveling merchant should be able to spawn now. I can't get any armor from the traveling merchant, no. Say hello to me, bro. Hello, Omega. Or Maga. Omega. How you doing? Wait, how do you have meteor? So you can find meteor bars in hell chests and in chests near the underworld. So that's how I've got that. Yeah, I think definitely best keeping with the Moonlord legs for movement. Ooh, this could be a bit dangerous. I maybe should have gone to the main world to get some obsidian skin potions before coming here. Because it does help a lot with exploring, but I might find some in a chest relatively quickly, so... Yeah, I do have my shadow key, that's good. I mean, the other main issue with the challenge is that I can't get more health. If I could get a full set of health, I think Moonlord would be much more doable in a more legitimate way. Like, I wouldn't be as scared to just go for it, you know? Yeah, there's meteor bars there. That's how you get them. I do have obsidian skin. Oh, I've got plenty as well. I may as well drink that. And I also may as well break these chests as I go, because they've got no use once they're looted. Anything further down? Does not look like it. Oh my god. These guys are annoying. What mounts are available to you? The best mount, I believe, is the golf cart. Just from the golfer. Hello, King Slime. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. You know, take a break from your monarchic duties. Don't even know if that's a word, but we're gonna go with it. Nothing in here. I am going to need to get enough gold for the merchant to move in, potentially. I also need to keep an eye out for a bed. Tabbing out and drawing during this. Well, enjoy your drawing. Can't wait to see what you draw. Been enjoying seeing that in the Discord server. What stage of the game are you at right now? I am pre-Moonlord, so I've defeated the Lunatic Cultist. Haven't gone through the pillars yet, but they are live. I just need to actually get through that section. Okay, so still no bed. Even if I did find a bed here, it would be quite far from the edge of the world that I spawn at. Might as well drink a water king potion as well. Just skip over the lava. How did you get Shadow Key though? So in dungeons, they can spawn a wooden chest every, I think, 8 chests. You'll get one wooden chest that will always have a golden key in it. So then if you open a golden chest that has the obsidian key in it, you can get the obsidian key that way. You're basically going to have to no-hit every boss now. Well, I've already taken out every boss I need to other than the Moonlord, and my plan for Moonlord is to basically make it so he is a pet, and that he won't be able to spawn any projectiles. The only thing that could kill me is going to be in the final phase when he starts to, when his eyes come out of the sockets, because they can deal damage then. But everything else should be pretty safe. Don't need battle potions actually. I was going to carry them, but literally no point. I can sell that for money, I guess. Only pro of this is not having your inventory filled with junk. That's true. Not a very big pro, I'm not gonna lie, but it is there. And the merchant has arrived, very good. And I can now no longer break those chests without destroying what's in them. That's fine. I mean, Unholy Trident, considering the fact I can only fire it twice, is probably not worth taking over anything else. It is just kind of interesting that it's there, you know? Be careful I'm not actually missing out on any good potions, because that's the main reason that I'm well, it's the main background task that I'm going to do while waiting for the Travelling Merchant. That and looking for a bed so that I can get the Travelling Merchant even quicker. Something I always ask myself is how you did the Devourer of Gods without the Sentinels in your 9-boss playthrough. So you can craft the Sentinel. Oh, that's a bed there. Very good. Okay, where is this on the map? Almost right at the edge of the world. Brilliant. Tell you what, I may as well wait here until a Travelling Merchant spawns. I think it should be able to spawn with only 2 town NPCs. Pretty sure that's a thing. Let me double check. So yeah, there's 2 ways to craft the Devourer of Gods summon. You've got one that uses the 3 Sentinel drops, and then you've got one that just uses some like post-Moonlord materials. At least 2 other NPCs must also be present. Okay, and it's 22% chance of spawning each day. So it could take a while, but Fingers crossed. Also, let's just do that. Ceaseless Void is the bane of my existence. I didn't think King Slime would meet the Ceaseless Void, to be honest. Can't see any scenario in which they like know each other. Okay, let me double check if I've missed a bed anywhere. Oh, there's one right there. Bathtub, not bed. They go to the annual Terraria boss meetup. True, I forgot about that. I don't get invited. No, I don't think there's any others on this side. Oh, come on. First time, first time. Yeah, I thought I was just double checking if that was the case. Ah, no, not first time. Okay, I guess let's go to the other side. Well, let's sell what we've got to the merchant first. All these things. Featherfall, not worth keeping. Water walking is good for now. I don't think thorns will ever come into effect during the Moonlord fight, so... And meteorite bars are also useless. What boss are you on? I'm pre-Moonlord at the moment. In my main world, I have got... I've got the pillars active at the moment, and my plan is to go for fully cheesing the Moonlord with the beach ball strategy of just using all, well, hitting the projectile limit. And nothing else. Could clear up some more space. Don't need my large platinum pickaxe. Okay, I think we're good there. May as well have my slimes out. You're deciding between what to go for next. Queen Bee, Eater of Worlds, King Slime, or Deerclops. What kind of playthrough are you doing? Are you doing like a specific subclass or class, or just a normal kind of playthrough? Favorite boss is Exomex. That's insane. So let's just do this. Then I can do this, which is fun. And we'll hopefully get a bed much closer to this side of the world. Melee with summons active mostly. Oh, okay, so it's not too restrictive a playthrough then. Yeah, you can kind of go any boss next, I'd say. If you're going for more like summoner armor, then going for Queen Bee might make a lot of sense. My favourite boss is probably Nameless. That's not even in Calamity. Oh, hi Bone Reaper. Nice to see you could join. Currently in the procure keybrand stage of the plan that I shared with you. We've had one travelling merchant spawn so far, and it obviously did not include keybrand. There is a bed in this world, but it's quite far on the other side, so I'm kind of hoping to find a closer bed on this side. What boss are you up to? Moonlord. The pulse bow is a pretty good option. For this playthrough, it's good for general damage, but for the plan that I have for Moonlord, it can't work because it shoots projectiles. That was my best option if I was fighting it legitimately without using the projectile limit. But since I'm planning on using the projectile limit, I can only use true melee options, which is why I'm now searching for the keybrand in a Don't Dig Up world. Yeah, I don't know what my favourite Calamity boss is. Maybe Supreme Calamitas? My least favourite is probably Old Duke. That feels like such a painful fight. And he also just doesn't serve that much thematic purpose, I guess you could say. And I have come to like the Devourer of Gods and the Exomechs, even though at the start they were awful. Old Duke isn't that bad, it's mediocre. Yeah. So there is a bed here, but in order to get to it safely, that's quite a lot of I think I could block swap a path to it. Why can't I block swap that hillstone? Oh, it must just be placed. Or not placed, the exact opposite of placed. Because I want to be able to get in here without the use of an obsidian skin potion, in case I don't have one. Oh, so I can't block swap it if there's lava on top. That's a restriction I've never seen before. Don't actually need to, yeah, I can just mend this out rather than block swapping all of it. I've only got 20 seconds on my obsidian skin left. Okay, so no longer got obsidian skin on that. That's fine. Okay, let's see if we can get a traveling merchant spawn, and then we'll continue searching, I guess. Why are you block swapping? Because I will die to the hell bricks without it. Because it deals like 5 DPS and I only have 100 health, so. Doesn't take long for me to die. Would using the conch and then digging a elevator be faster to get to it? That might be faster for... I found a bed over this side of the world that's like... one of these ones, I think. Maybe here? Bed here, yeah. There's also another one. Here, yeah, 2 beds. Might be quicker to go up here with the conch and then fall down. Also no hailstone there, yeah, that's true. I will get through this, well, I'll wait for the next travelling merchant spawn in this bed, and then we can head to the other one if that's the case. Because I also need to try and find some surface pots for like regen and swiftness and things like that. All your pots come from chests then? Yes, they do. It's quite a laborious task getting all of them. I don't actually know how much I've got at home. I should probably check that before I waste too much time searching when I could just be sleeping. Is monster lasagna worth making? I can't make it. You can make it in Calamity, but you can't make it in this, I don't think. I think it's only a drop. So regen is in high gold chests, and swiftness and iron skin are from surface chests. Yeah, I don't know how different it'll be in Don't Dig Up, I guess. Need to check that. Nah, I mean for my playthrough, because I ended up with like 600 plus rotten chunks. Oh yeah, you may as well. I'm pretty sure monster lasagna is like a full, was it exquisitely stuffed buff? Yeah, biome weapons would have been really nice. That would have made this playthrough so much more doable. The main issue with Moonlord is that I just cannot deal enough damage to make it worth fighting him head on. Because I either need to stop him healing some way with the moon debuff, with the moonbite debuff, or out damage it, and the options for out damaging it are very limited. The Sky Islands might be quite interesting in this, actually. What can they use? Use Copper Shortsword Trust. I don't even know if I've still got my Copper Shortsword from the start. I could make one, but I don't think it'd be much use. How's it going so far? It's going well, yeah. I've got my plan for the stream. I just have to actually go through with it now. Which could take 20 minutes. well, this section could take 20 minutes or this section could take 5 hours. It's so difficult to know. Because it really is all luck based. At this point, I'm just relying on both a traveling merchant spawning and a traveling merchant selling me the key brand, which would take place of the katana, which is quite rare. In fact, let me check how rare it is. Traveling merchant. Okay, so it's uncommon, slot 2 out of 6. So how rare are the uncommon items? Each shop slot will roll with a 1 in n chance for every possible item, where n is 100 times the rarity slot. This chance is affected by luck, more specifically the luckiest player currently in the world. Oh. I don't know if there's any way I could increase my luck other than like getting a gnome to naturally fall into hell and solidify here. I don't know how that would work. So there's a 1 in 200 chance, I believe, that I'll get the key brand. Brush against ladybugs. The issue is I would have to brush against ladybugs before the traveling merchant spawns, I think. RNG, but then traveling merchant not being cooperative, shimmer his hat as punishment. Unfortunately, I can't pick up his shimmered hat, so I won't be able to get the increased shop capacity. And you're saying gnomes can only petrify on the surface. Damn. I could throw money in the shimmer, that's true. All in all, there's not much. And the amount of effort it would take to get that small luck increase is probably not worth the actual increase in chance. At least I got some more life force and heart rage potions. That should make the final fight a bit easier. Because I can survive like 1 or 2 hits if I can heal a little in between them, but I can't survive much more. And it'll be really annoying if I do end up dying, because then I'll have to go through the cultist, the pillars, and placing down 1,000 beach balls all over again. What stage of the game are you at right now? I am at the pillars, essentially, and planning for Moonlord. I swear when you make this into a video you should call it Pick Up and Sleeping in Hell or something. Oh, there will definitely be an early reference to the fact that I'm sleeping in hell so often. Beach ball placing is a good 20 to 30 minutes. I don't think it should take that long. I think it'll maybe be about 10. Because I think I can place more than 1 per second. I've tested out like a setup with the party girl, and if I like use a hoik thing and have the party girl above me, I can like I'll get her inventory here, and the beach ball is in this slot, so I can just pick it up, throw it, pick it up, throw it, pick it up, throw it, like buy it, throw it, and you can get through quite a lot very quickly in that case. Yeah, I think 10 minutes is reasonable. The beach balls are for projectile limit, right? Yes, yes. How hard would medium core without storage be? I want to make a YouTube series doing this. Very hard, I would say. Yeah, good luck with it. Did you check the shadow chest to your right? I mean this one over here? I think I've checked that one and broken it. I don't know if I've checked that one or not. The gear you have right now seems like pre-wall gear. It pretty much is, other than the steampunker wings and the tiki shirt. And then the weapons I've got, I guess. But yeah, it is basically pre-wall gear. You have not broken either chest. No, I haven't actually. I think that's because my inventory is full and there's still items in those, but because my inventory is full, I can't pick them up. Which is fine. It is what it is. Yeah, so if I can buy and place one beach ball every 0.6 seconds, I'll get it done in 10 minutes. Which I think is doable. At least double check for potions. I'm pretty sure I have. And I don't think I need any more potions from hell specifically. I do need to check what potions I've got back at home. I'll wait for the next travelling merchant to spawn, then go check that. I mean, hopefully the next travelling merchant will spawn and just give me a key brand. Who knows? It could happen. Yeah, the main potions that are going to help are Life Force, Heart Reach. In fact, Heart Reach even won't help that much. Yeah, it's going to be Life Force, Iron Skin, Swiftness, and Regen. My Sake should help with damage output quite a bit, actually. Fishing, consider Adas, pick up, right? So I can fish, but I can't get any bait to fish. So for some reason, instead of spawning an item on you, fishing does actually put it straight into your inventory, which is rare. Most things going into your inventory from the world just drop on top of you, which is why I can't get bait, because if you catch something with a critter net, well, the bug net, if you catch a critter with a bug net, it just spawns it on top of the player instead of putting it in the inventory. And if you open a grab bag, like the can of worms, it also just spawns it in front of you. So many things are like so close to being helpful in this run. Like the can of worms being a way to get to fishing would be really useful. Fishing and being able to get ores through crates would have been very useful, but you can't open crates because they just spill out in front of you. I do think it's interesting how some Terraria YouTubers have like a specific character they have as their channel's character slash mascot, and some are just like random. Respect to both, of course. Yeah, I'm definitely more of the random one. Yeah, I just made my logo based on kind of a whim when I was making my first video. I just took the Star Fury and recolored it with the Ice Blades colours, and it's worked, I guess. I'm not mad about it. It probably could be better, but it works. And as for like having an actual character with vanity and stuff, I've just never been that interested in like the whole character side of Terraria, I guess. Like, I don't feel like I'm playing a character when I'm doing these things. I'm just like, my character is an avatar of me, and it doesn't really matter what they look like because, you know, it's just a game, I guess, and I'm not interested in that side of it. I'm watching a guy sleep in Terraria. That really explains how bored I am. Think how I feel. You guys can leave is the thing. I'm stuck here. I could leave, but then I wouldn't be able to make this video, which is sad, because I do want the video to be made. Why are you sleeping in hell? So I can get a traveling merchant faster. And I'm wanting to get traveling merchant so I can get the key brand, which replaces the katana in Don't Dig Up Worlds, which I'm in. And yeah, hell is the only place I can sleep, because it's the only place with naturally spawning beds other than the dungeon, and getting to the dungeon would be a bit of a pain just now. I can't leave, he trapped me in this stream. I told you not to say that. No one's supposed to know that. My bad. Yeah. You should know better. Alright, we're going to get a traveling merchant this morning. It's not going to have the katana though, or the key brand. It's going to have something different. Between 4:30 and 12. Come on. I'm going to try the no storage medium core after I finish my Calamity series. What is your current Calamity series? Am I not going to get my rations today? No, you've given up your right to rations. I'm probably one of the few chatters that have personal attachments to this run, so I can't leave. Though I might start doing other things on the side soonish. Oh yeah, feel free to have this in like another tab with something else going on, because there's literally nothing to watch for the most part. It is just me talking while I sleep in hell. I mean, we did have that whole fun sidestep with the quizzes and rankings for one episode, so it'll be interesting to see how that makes an appearance in the video. But for now, it doesn't feel like it's worth doing that, considering it really could just be a half-hour thing. But yeah, Bone Reaper, you've helped quite a lot with the planning for this run, so it does feel like you're almost as invested in it as I am. I'm watching this to repair my attention span. It could work. It probably won't. Ranking bosses by taste. That was a highlight, I have to say. And I stand by the fact that all the slime-based bosses would taste delicious. Subway Surfers on the side when? If I could, I would. If I knew how to, I would. But I also have to think about how it would affect the video, because the issue with some of the the quizzes we were doing is that I would then forget to take off the source in OBS, so it would continue recording the like the quiz that we were doing during a boss fight, which is not fun. How much of your life did this run take? I think we're somewhere around like the 50-hour mark at the moment. I'm not 100% sure. We can check next time we swap worlds, but I think it's around 50 hours so far. Not gonna lie, Duke, fish on might taste good. If you like fish, but I don't. It would be some sort of weird porky fish. Which, yeah, I don't think would taste very nice. Good thing King Slime left. I don't think he would want to know you've been fantasizing about eating him. Not in like a weird way, just, you know, if you had to eat a Terraria boss, you know, what would it taste like? Yeah, Gladiator armor is very good, especially in Calamity, because you also get rogue bonuses, as well as the knockback immunity. I mean, it's like the rogue-specific version of lead armor, and also better, so, yeah. If you're going with one of the other classes, I would recommend just going for lead armor, because it takes a while to farm for the Gladiator armor, and it's not going to give that much of a benefit over just lead armor. At that point, it's just a case of defense versus damage reduction if you're not going to use rogue weapons. The only way I think I could do a hard mode part of this is with the shotgun, I think. The shotgun was useful in the early game. I did end up using it for some of the mech bosses, I think. But since then, I mean, the Mushroom Spear's been good for exploration and stuff. The Orange Zappinator has been good for dealing damage. That's the only way I could get through Golem. I mean, maybe now that I'm allowing the use of Don't Dig Up items, I could have used one of them to get through Golem, but I'm not sure. Pulse Bow would have probably done it, but I've not been lucky enough to get a Pulse Bow yet, so... What does lead armor do? Lead armor gives knockback immunity and some damage reduction in Calamity. I think it maybe also gives like 0.5 regen, I'm not 100% sure. Bro, isn't that like post-mech gear? Yeah, the best gear I can get in this run. I mean, my last upgrade was Tiki Armor, which came after Plantera. That's how bad I'm doing. Well, no, I got the Steampunk Wings after Golem. How would Keybrand be better than the Pulse Bow? Because with the projectile limit being hit, I won't be able to use the Pulse Bow at all. I need to use something that doesn't spawn projectiles, which is basically just true melee swords. Those are the only things that don't spawn projectiles. Is it all the way up at 13% damage reduction? I thought it was a little lower. Yeah, it appears to be, if the wiki is correct, you get 2% damage reduction for each piece, and then 4% damage reduction from the set, so it's 10% damage reduction, 0.5 HP per second regen, and knockback immunity. So it's still good, but not quite as good as Bone Reaper is saying. This stream is very high action, it really is. I can't believe that we're once again at this point of just sleeping in hell for progression. There's gonna come a point in this playthrough where I have spent longer sleeping in hell than I have doing anything else. Did the damage reduction get nerfed by 1% each piece? You might be thinking of iron armor for that, because iron armor has 3% damage reduction per piece. I'm getting overstimulated. You might need to slow it down a bit. Yeah, I'm sorry. The progress is a bit too fast. Most people aren't used to this kind of high octane gameplay. But what's the next boss? That will be Moonlord. And what are Fallen Stars doing here? That's because we're in Don't Dig Up, so anytime I kill a slime, it has the chance of dropping a star. I'm telling you, gotta have an hours slept in hell counter. That might be a thing I can add to the edit. I think I'll be able to have quite a lot of fun with the edit for this because it's been so different to a normal playthrough. Like when you're doing a normal playthrough with like a subclass like Calamity Short Swords only or Thorium Sentries only, like there's only so much you can do with that script wise and edit wise that doesn't just feel like it's been put in for the sake of engagement or for the sake of wasting the audience's time. Whereas with this, I mean, if I've wasted my time, gotta waste the audience's too, you know. There's a lot more organic places where you can put, you know, things like an hour spent in hell counter. Peak movie. Well, I don't know how long this video is going to be when I edit it. It's the sort that could be 20 minutes long, or it could be like an hour long. Usually when I'm doing a playthrough, I've got an idea of how long it'll be as a video, because while playing I could kind of get an understanding of what are the main points that I'm going to point out. Am I going to be showing off every single accessory that I use, or am I going to be more kind of broad strokes and just go over, like, I killed this boss and then this one. Is Fargo's Souls mod Eternity or Calamity or Vengeance considered harder? I would say Eternity is harder, but not by much, to be honest. Like, they're relatively close. It'll be fun to see how this ends up, because it's the first run where I will have been here for most of the actual playthrough. Yeah, hopefully it'll be a lot quicker than watching all the streams, that's for sure. Because that's not the best way to experience a playthrough. It's different for sure. It's a different way of experiencing a playthrough, maybe not the best. Cut out all the gameplay and only put the sleeping in hell parts. I could have a split screen where I show just me sleeping in hell for one half of the screen and me doing all the other progress in the other half. To kind of show that these are about equal, you know? I spent about the same amount of time doing both. Aside from the last few bosses, the two mods are about the same, but Fargo's is a bit harder because of that. Yeah, the last three bosses in Fargo's are very difficult, being Eridanus, Abomination, and Mutant. And I can't tell, because I've been playing Calamity for so long, if the final three bosses in that are about as hard. You know, they're probably harder actually now that I think of it, because the Exomechs, I took way more attempts to do the Exomechs than I did to do the Mutant. But that's mainly because Fargo's gives you so many overpowered things at the end of the game that there's not too much that the Mutant can do to you. And everything's so well choreographed that, like, if you get into the rhythm of the fight, you're gonna win. Whereas Calamity is a bit more chaotic in its implementation of different boss fights, where you can be doing everything right and still a stray projectile just kills you. I prefer an hour-long Chief Logan video over a 20-minute one any day, but the algorithm speaks differently. I try not to let the algorithm decide how long my videos are going to be. I just make them as long as it feels they need to be. Like, I don't think I do them at a certain speed or pace because of the algorithm. It's just the speed or pace that the concept calls for. Like, some are a bit faster than others, but I think that's just natural. Have you ever played with randomizers? I have not, no. That whole side of videos has never really appealed to me. I'd rather do something that's like an actual challenge than be like, is it possible to beat Terraria if all enemies drop random items? Like, yeah, of course. Of course it's possible. You can get a zenith from the first slime you kill. It's just not as interesting. I'd rather restrict myself than give myself so many other things. Over 2 hours would start getting too much, would need to be a 2-part video. I'm not so sure. I think 2-hour videos can work. I mean, Thorbin's out there uploading like an 8-hour video or however long his Calamity 1 year and 1 world video is, which is insane. But that's obviously like an entire year's worth of videos collated into one. One advantage of just sleeping in hell is you get to focus completely on the chat. That's true. Any attack pattern that heavily relies on random projectiles is just bad design in my opinion. Sometimes, yeah, I think it can sometimes work, but a lot of the time it is just bad design. I've never had Sergeant United Shield. That's a shame because it's quite a fun weapon. I do like the whole parrying mechanic that the Brand of the Inferno and the Sergeant United Shield have. Like, I kind of wish that was expanded upon for melee as a whole. It might give a more close range feel to it. What I didn't do when I was doing my Fargo's playthrough, that I'm making a video on, so that'll come out next hopefully, is that I never really played around with the silver enchantment, which adds a parry to anything. You can just parry whenever. And I think it has the potential to be a really interesting item if you get good with it, but it's probably very highly skill based. Longest I've watched is 15 hours, but that was an all cutscenes thing. Second longest was a 10-hour video essay. Whew. That is long. I'm assuming you watched that in different parts and not all in one go, because that's the equivalent of watching all 3 extended Lord of the Rings in one sitting. Which, now that I say that, isn't crazy. Like, I could see myself doing that. In fact, I might do that. But you would want at least a little break in between them, I think. The problem with randos in Terraria is that it's not per stage or in progression, so you just need to get a post-golem weapon and wings to practically win the game. Yeah, these types of videos have never interested me. I don't think I've ever got more than 5 minutes into a randomizer video without just clicking off of it. Because it's not anything new, it's not trying to push what's possible. I'd much rather watch someone try and beat Calamity hardcore in Master Death mode, like Prismaze did, than watch someone be like, oh, I killed this slime and it gave me a possessed hatchet, now I'm gonna win. Like, yeah, of course, that's just not fun. Or it's not interesting, at least. I love Adamantine Enchantment, it carried me. They changed that recently for the playthrough that I was doing, so I think it used to be that it gave an accuracy to weapons, and... no, it used to like split weapons into 2 projectiles, right? That dealt like 66% of the damage or something, and now it just adds an accuracy when you hold down, when you like hold attack for longer. And because of the specific playthrough restrictions that I was doing, it just never was that useful, because I think you have to build around it with certain weapons and other enchantments and accessories. What is the best Terraria YouTuber except yourself? It depends. I think there's bests for different things. Like, the best player is probably Yardis. The most entertaining could be someone like Prismace or Chapsticks or something. The best concepts could be I Like Cheese. I don't know. There's like so many different bests, I guess, that it's so hard to say like who the definitive best is. Is Pulse Bow good? It is, yeah, but not good enough for Moonlord. Hi, how come you're sleeping? I'm sleeping because I want to get a key brand from the Travelling Merchant, and it's the fastest way to speed that up. So there's a 22% chance each day, so if each day can go a little bit faster, I'll get more of them. So I've been making a Terraria mod using entirely ChatGPT just to see if it could, and it is. Oh. Yeah, I'm with Ashton on this. I'd prefer to make something myself than use an AI. I played around with ChatGPT once or twice when it first came out just to see what the hype was about, and I did not get any enjoyment out of it. It was just like, oh, okay, this is a thing that exists. I'm never going to use it again. Because it takes away the entire point of creation, in my opinion, which is that you are a person with your own unique situation and backstory and ideas, and you're putting that out into the world and developing your skills as part of that, becoming a better, more like well-rounded person through the process of creation. Like, creation is a process to me, not a destination. And I think the AI makes it a destination. It's only useful to bypass annoying schoolwork. But then you're missing out on the actual point of school. And I know that school isn't ideal. Like, I would make a lot of changes to the schooling system as well, but at least trying to engage with it as it is, you can get the most out of it, whereas if you're just going to use ChatGPT for everything, you're probably not going to benefit in the long run from that. Could you beat Calamity without picking up items? No. You would be able to get to the same point in vanilla, but I think that's as far as you'd be able to get. Like, I don't see any way you could beat any of the post-Moonlord bosses. They all require, like, specific items that you craft using drops from enemies to spawn them, so I don't see it being possible. I'm probably going to go back to my Infernum playthrough, so I might stop chatting. Oh, okay, well, enjoy your Infernum playthrough, and thanks for joining. I'm just doing it all out of boredom. I actually know how to code in different languages just to see if it could. Yeah, I think seeing what it can do is an interesting question. But when seeing what it can do just becomes making it do what you want it to do and then just taking that output and using it for your own benefit, then it becomes an issue. Like, I think that in the future it's going to be very useful for specific things. It just... those things shouldn't be artistic endeavors. Those things should be like protein folding and personal assistance, you know, things like that. Old Duke is the last boss you can kill in Calamity without crafting. Yeah, I think that sounds correct. But also, you wouldn't be able to get Old Duke even because you can't catch the bloodworms. Unless you could do it as part of the final Acid Rain tier. Just need to do Polter and then do the event for each attempt. Yeah. Do you think you could beat Terraria but the entire world is the jungle temple? No. I don't think you could, because you would need mud for Plantera to spawn, and unless you have Shimmer or already have mud, you can't get mud. It's kind of like a Skyblock question, I guess, and I have looked into Skyblocks quite a lot. Yeah, I'm not marketing it as my own mod. I made it very, very clear it's ChatGPT. Alright, okay, that's much better then. I have to say, it doesn't feel like it's been an hour of this so far. It's going by quite quickly. I would like to see how dumb the AI mod is. Well, that's the thing about AIs, is it can only really be as good as the amalgamation of what goes into it. It's the same as like in Minecraft, there's this thing called mCreator, which creates mods, and it almost always outputs something that's got problems code-wise. To the point that like I just won't use a mod if it's made with that program because it's going to have issues, and if you report that issue to the creator, they're not going to know how to fix it because they didn't make it. They just clicked some buttons in a GUI and it spat a mod out. Whereas if they've gone through the process of making that themselves, then you could actually ask them to fix certain things and they'd be able to do that. I lament I can't play your Skyblock map because I'm on Switch. If I ever get a PC, I know what I'm doing. It's my first. If you can get the map onto your Switch in some way, I think it should work just the same. Yeah, if you're just replacing every block with jungle brick, then it might be possible because... well, it depends. It would have to not replace the jungle mod or something. Although, in that case, actually, yeah, you could replace every block, because then you would have Shimmer. It would basically just play as Shimmer block does, but getting to the Shimmer would be so much harder. Oh, this challenge is still undergoing completion. Yeah, unfortunately it is. And hopefully it's going to be done very soon. I'm hoping that this stream could be the last. Although that really depends if we get a key brand in the next hour, maybe. Okay, I'll see you later, Terrorblade. Thank you for joining. Have a good sleep. I never saw the Sitting Ducks poll after 1.3 last update. I haven't managed to complete a collector world. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I do think the Travelling Merchant could use some improvements to make it more predictable. I did see someone suggesting that, like, you put in an order and then the Travelling Merchant can bring it to you the next time they spawn or something. Which I think is an interesting way of doing it. Like, you can pay a deposit or something to order another item. And you probably end up paying a lot more than you would if they just randomly turned up with it. But that's okay, because I would rather pay like a platinum for a key brand right now than wait another hour in hell. What's better, Mithril Armor or Orichalcum? I quite like Orichalcum Armor. Mithril has some pretty good stats, especially I think the leggings are the best, like, pre-Plantera leggings in the whole game, but as for like the actual armor set, I mean, Orichalcum is really strong. What armor are you wearing, remind me? I'm currently wearing a mining helmet, a tiki shirt, and Moonlord legs, which is potentially the most random armor set I've ever seen. And to be honest, the mining helmet isn't doing much. I should probably swap that for the tiki mask, but the extra light isn't bad. The item you're looking for from the traveling merchant, what is it used for? I'm looking for the key brand, which is going to be used to defeat the Moonlord, because I need something that doesn't spawn projectiles, which is pretty much only swords. Like, everything else spawns a projectile, so is useless for this. It's funny that the balloon floats sideways when you're in bed. Yeah, changing that would be a nice little, a completely unnecessary change, but also kind of cool if they changed that. I'm doodling a thing, mining helmet works. Okay. For the most part, I've been using the gi as my chest piece for this playthrough. I don't know where my gi is gone, actually. I must have that in a chest in the main world or something. Because I'll be wanting to use that for the Moonlord fight. I'll be using the gi, Moonlord legs, and tiki helmet probably. I prefer to use palladium until I get hallowed or chlorophyte, since it's more than good enough and means I don't have to mine for 2 sets of armor. Yeah. Especially if you're playing Calamity, you may as well just use palladium. I mean, to be honest, Statagel will get you by using Calamity for quite some time anyway, so if you've gone to the effort of getting Statagel in pre-hard mode, you could probably skip the first couple of tiers of ores anyway. I had an idea once that the travelling merchant could have everything available but hideously overpriced, and have some items discounted for normal price each time. That would be an interesting way of solving it, I guess. Like, I genuinely would pay like probably 2 platinum just now for a key brand. For my collector world, I haven't got the dirtiest block, sitting duck's pole, and a bunch of banners. Was it created when the dirtiest block existed? Because if you created the world before that, you won't be able to find it. I think there's also a chance it just doesn't spawn in any world, to be honest. Which is sad, but true. And the banners, I guess, is just a matter of grinding enemies. I'm curious, what banners do you not have? Right, come on, traveling merchant. This is kind of taking the piss. Like, you're embarrassing me. Come on, spawn. The dirtiest block always spawns 3, 6, and 9 for small, medium, and large worlds. Oh, interesting. I never knew that. What would be kind of cruel is to make a skyblock map where you have 24 dirt and 1 dirtiest block, because then you wouldn't be able to create dirt bombs. That'd be kind of fun, like a complete troll world for a skyblock. I might do that. That'd be like a good April Fool's thing. Like the most annoying skyblock you could think of. I didn't bring Ghost Banner and some other like Nymph and Gnome. Oh yeah, those will be quite difficult. The Nymph one, I guess, is just farming in the caverns. Hopefully you get that eventually, but it could take a while. Gnome, I guess you've got to like set up a whole farm at a living tree, which is annoying. And then the Ghost Banner involves a lot of death, I guess. Although, can you place and replace tombstones to get them to spawn multiple times? Because if so, then that shouldn't take too long, I guess. Welcome back, 1000 Jacksons. Gonna farm them for some time. Gonna farm them some other time. I'm just lazy. Fair enough. Wild Lamau made a ghost farm recently. Can't remember which vid though. That'll probably be in like the Pushing Terraria's Limits series, I imagine. I'm like a couple episodes behind on that, so haven't seen it. What are you doing for progression right now? Sleeping. That's what this run is. Progression is sleeping. It's what I wish real life was, where, you know, you progress by sleeping. Like, imagine if every night you went to bed, there was a chance you would wake up the next morning and someone was just there at your house giving you a weapon that you can kill a god of the moon with. That'd be kind of cool. But no, you just wake up and sometimes get depression. You can just place tombstones on actuated blocks that's on a timer to spawn ghosts. Oh, interesting. $10 tired points left. I should probably grind for life fruits, but I'm too lazy to. Life fruits can be quite annoying to get. That's one of the changes that Calamity make that is quite nice, is they increase the spawn rate of life fruits and make it so they can spawn closer to each other. Because in vanilla, there's like quite a big range around life fruits that they can't spawn any others, which makes it quite difficult to amass them. Kill a god of the moon with depression. It's possible, I'm sure. If you just get them real sad, get them thinking about the futility of life. You can also craft them, but it's post-Plantera. That's true. I don't think I've ever needed to craft them though. I think I've always managed to get enough just by searching. Okay, come on. Let's get another one tomorrow morning. I'm surprised that I've only had one travelling merchant so far. I kind of thought I would have had another. I did see that there is an issue where, like, travelling merchant won't spawn if someone else is trying to spawn, if they've died. I don't think we'll be hit with that because none of our NPCs have died. Very silly doodle is complete. Let's have a look. I like that. Yeah. Very accurate. Even the money lying on the ground, yeah. I maybe need to see if that can fit into the video somehow. In Calamity they can spawn about half a screen away from each other at the closest from what I've seen. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was around that, maybe like 50 tiles or something. EP Times in Hell, is that the title? See if we can get the devs to add that to 1.4.5. As a painting you can find in the underworld. Just me sleeping there with a mining helmet. Oh, thank you, a potato player. That's very kind of you. Yeah, hopefully I'll have an upload coming out soonish. Kind of the plan is to get this stream playthrough finished and then finish editing my next playthrough and then release that and do a stream that ties into that. So that'll hopefully come in like a couple of weeks. If I finish this today, it'll maybe come in 2 weeks, and if I finish this next weekend, it'll probably be like 3 weeks from now. Depending on how bored I am later, I might do a polished version of it, because not gonna lie, I chucked that together fairly quickly. I mean, it is really impressive for doing it quickly. I can't imagine just chucking that together. What is your preferred hard mode ores? Definitely the ones with actual set bonuses, like Palladium, Orichalcum and Titanium. The others, like the stat boosts, are nice, but realistically they're not worth it compared to the set bonuses from the other ones. Okay, so no traveling merchant this morning. Does it still spawn if I'm sleeping? Like, are the chances any lower? I'm hoping not. Titanium is very much not good, like, at all. You're losing so much compared to Adamantite as you can't really take advantage of the effect. I mean, what's the actual reduction in damage and stuff? It's not that high, surely. It's really Orichalcum. I've always Oriculum. Oriculum? Or like Oriculcum? I've never considered that. Terraria, but your fingers are broken and you have arthritis. This is Terraria, but you're bedridden. That's this playthrough. Terraria, but you're in a coma. Terraria, but you have sleep paralysis. I probably ruined this when I said I would wait for the next traveling merchant to spawn and then go check what potions I have, because we could be searching for potions this whole time. But instead we're sleeping in hell. Of all the vanilla bosses, I can't seem to enjoy fighting Deerclops. Yeah, Deerclops isn't the most fun. Once you like realise what the pattern is and can dodge it the way that it's intended to be dodged, I guess, like jumping up twice and then dashing away and everything, like it gets a little better, but its damage isn't high enough to incentivize doing that most of the time, unless you're doing like legendary mode with master mode on or something. Terraria, but you have Alzheimer's. That was floated as an idea for a video once, between a few creators, which would have been fun. Are you on Twitch too? I am not, no. I could be cross-streaming, but I'd rather just make one audience on one platform rather than try and straddle the line between two. The problem with Deerclops is the fight is kinda useless. It's only notable in a Centuries Only playthrough. That's true. The Deerclops drops could be a bit more distinct. The helm is like nice as a damage boost, but realistically there's a lot of better options. If the helm was an actual helmet, then it might be interesting. But I still don't know if it would be that useful. I mean, its drops just feel a bit underpowered for the point of the progression where you're supposed to get them. Like, it's supposed to be one of the last bosses of pre-hard mode, and it's just not that powerful, the drops. I get that it's probably because it doesn't despawn. You can't really balance it the same way the other bosses are balanced, because you can kind of fight it as many times as you want if you've got the right setup, and just slowly kill it each time you die, but still. What would too many 1.4.5 features look like? I don't think there will be too many features. I really do trust the Terraria devs to make this game the best it can be. There's no part of me that thinks that they're gonna mess it up in any way. Poo Boulder. Poo Boulder, as long as it's in a secret seed, or like something that you craft rather than find out in the wild, that's fine. If I'm in a normal world and get killed by a Poo Boulder, then maybe Redigit has gone too far. I've decided I'm going to polish it right now. Well, I mean, I can stay here if you want to get a good, like a live model. I can just zoom in and there you go. There's your model. We seem to have got to a point where fire imps can't spawn, which is nice. I think I've maybe just hit the mob limit with everything else that's there. It's hard because these hell bricks aren't part of the bed, but they just look like the bed. Thanks for zooming in. There was too many things on stream. Yeah. It was getting a bit hard to see what was going on. You know, like, how are you meant to take in everything here? You've got like a couple slimes up here bouncing around. You've got a bunch of slimes over here and some hellbats. Like, there's just too much to take in. Got to save the senses. Not me being worried that by zooming in, I somehow won't be able to see the message in the bottom because it'll spawn like all the way outside of this screen. That's not how Zoom works, but you start to panic about that sort of stuff when you're just waiting in hell all day. it will be interesting to see when I'm editing the video how many hours I have spent sleeping in hell. Like, I think there's a good chance that it'll be about 20. Which is a little ridiculous. And that's not like by choice, that's just the best option at each point. Like, this is still quicker than trying to kill the Moonlord legitimately. And it's definitely quicker than waiting for mech spawn like I had to do earlier on. Okay, we're now in the point where a traveling merchant can spawn. Let's hope. Come on. Let's get a traveling merchant to spawn. Question mark. Nothing? Come on. What's your favourite Pokemon? I have never played a single Pokemon game, so I cannot answer that question. Which is probably a quite disappointing answer for most Pokemon fans. Just checking the wiki to see if there's anything we could get from the skeleton merchant, and it does not appear so. And there's our last chance for the merchant today. Are you in Terra Life? I can be, but I just haven't really found the time to join when everyone else is active. It's kind of an American-centric one, so a lot of the time people are active between the hours of like midnight and 6 AM for me, which is quite annoying, but maybe for the next season I'll be more active. I looked it up and it seems the wiki is torn on whether the merchant can spawn while sleeping. It's spawned in the past while I've been sleeping. Let's see what it says about sleeping. The chances of him spawning every tick are always the same regardless of if the player is sleeping. But do the ticks count up when I'm sleeping? Because I know that he can spawn, it's just whether the chances are the same each day or if he's got less chance of spawning because I'm sleeping and therefore getting through the day quicker. Let's have a look at sleeping, see if it does change the tick rate. Gone for 10 minutes and still no merchant. Wow. Yeah, still nothing. It's hard to tell. Yeah, it says it does happen on the sleeping page. It says it happens at a faster rate. Like specifically that the traveling merchant spawns at a faster rate. Main question is sideways balloon or not? Well, I always figured that the balloon was on a string, but I guess it would have to be on something a bit more solid than a string. And therefore it could still go sideways. But then what's the movement? Is it some kind of like worm? Maybe. Hello, Fredder. It's appearing no merchant today. That's sad. We were so close. What are you doing right now? I am sleeping in hell, once again. Just to clarify, this is probably like the 18th or 19th hour I've spent sleeping in hell. This time, I'm doing it for the Travelling Merchant to spawn, so that I can get a key brand, because I'm in a Don't Dig Up world. Aquatic Scourge is down. Congratulations. That's probably one of my favourite bosses in Calamity, actually. Mainly because you can fight him in pre-hard mode. And you can fight him, like, fairly reasonably in pre-hard mode. I know you can, like, fight Leviathan and Anahita as well. But the chance of getting them to spawn is so low in pre-hard mode that it's probably not worth spending the time doing it. Whereas you can literally just craft the item for Aquatic Scourge. Should I do Twins or Skeleton Prime? I prefer Skeleton Prime. I think he's probably the easiest mech. How are you picking up items when you're not supposed to? I'm not. Nothing in my inventory has been picked up. It's just been transferred from either a chest or an NPC shop into my inventory. Or crafted. Like the silver hammer was crafted. The Gatligator bought from the Travelling Merchant. Star Fury was looted from a chest. So the main thing is that I've got the Encumbering Stone, and that stops me picking up anything from in-world, like this Fallen Star or the Hellfire Arrow or all the money. I can't pick that up. Is it guaranteed, or do you need to get him multiple times until you find the key brand? It is not guaranteed, no. It could take quite a few attempts to get it. That is an extremely cool way to play. It's not a fun way to play. I would not recommend it for anyone. The main reason I'm doing it is just to show that it's possible. In Infernum you can fight Yaren pre-Moonlord. You can do that in normal Calamity as well. You just have to take down Dragon Folly for the Effulgent Feathers. And then Lunatic Cultist and the Solar Pillar for the Ancient Manipulator and Solar Fragments. You can fight Cultist in Infernum as your first boss, only in Infernum. Yeah, that one is true. Which I think Chapsticks did on stream. Which is a crazy achievement. I do not even want to consider doing that. Yeah, there's like different tiers of challenge YouTubers, I guess. Like there's the people that will do the reasonably doable things like me, and then there's the people who will do the, like, well, I'll do grindy things, and then there's people who will grind boss attempts, which require skill and grinding. That's the sort of stuff that I struggle with a bit more. When I do challenge runs, I usually end up world hopping for items I can get but would require a lot of grinding, because I just do them for fun, not pain. That's fair, yeah. You gotta play it however you like. It's like how I don't use quality of life mods, but if other people use them, that's fine. I mean, I might judge them, but they can do what they want. You should do a challenge with Not the Bees seed. I don't know what interesting challenge I could do with it. I guess. Like, I want to try and do something that people haven't done before, and I don't know what would be specific, like what would specifically need the Not the Bees seed. Or benefit from Not the Bees seed. I mean, people have done like a bees only playthrough before. I think that would benefit from the Not the Bees seed. But other than that, I don't know what would. Took a bit longer than it should have. I had to leave for a bit. That's fair. Nothing has changed. I've literally not moved a single millimeter since you've left. Other than my balloon. My balloon is kind of bobbing around. Fishing only. That's something that Bone Reaper has been doing in Calamity, which is an interesting playthrough. And that's also been done in Vanilla quite a few times. With differing rules. Like, some people are a lot more free with their fishing only runs and do it with like just any gear that you can get through fishing is fine, even if it's like crates that you get ores from. That doesn't really make things difficult necessarily, or more difficult than they would be normally, for vanilla at least. But doing it so that like you can only use things from fishing, like crafting stations and potions and things like that, that's maybe a bit more difficult. What you lose using titanium over adamantite. Mage, 2 defense, 3% DPS, and 19% mana usage. But you do get 20 more mana. Range, 2 defense, 3% DPS, and 25% ammo usage. So it's not that bad for ranged, to be honest. The mana usage for Mage is quite useful, that 19% reduced mana usage. And for melee, 3 defense, 6% DPS, 11% melee speed, and 19% movement speed. Okay, that's a fairly big drop for melee. Especially when melee's the one that would benefit most from using titanium armor, because the shards are kind of close range, and melee benefits more from being close range, even if it does have long range options. So yeah, you do miss out on quite a lot, I guess. Thing is with adamantite though, is it's not necessarily the best to just use it as it is, because the set bonus probably doesn't make up for the fact that if you if you use multiple armor pieces from different sets, you'd get a better bonus. I don't like people having these kinds of mods only when they're flexing that they did this and that and how difficult it was. I once saw one guy flexing that he did Infernum boss, but he had 12 accessory slots. Yeah. They can use them if they want, but it is not going to mean that I'm not going to judge them for using them and click off of their video as soon as I see that they're doing something like that. Like, if you just want to play the game for fun and make a video about that, feel free to use as many mods as you want. But if you're gonna make it as this like challenge playthrough that other people are supposed to be impressed by, if you then add like wing slot and 5 extra accessory slots and 300 quality of life mods that take away almost all of the challenge, I'm probably not going to be that impressed. I'm busy with the challenge, for the worthy, no buffs, including stations, sunflowers, etc., and no extra life crystals, life fruit, and I must say it's not easy. Yeah, that sounds awful. Good luck. Get fixed boy all items. Yeah, that's an interesting one, yeah. It feels very grindy. I don't know if it would be very fun to do that. The shards will not make up for that DPS difference in most fights. Yeah, I agree. But it's like, if it's a more fun way to play, then maybe using the shards can have a use. For melee you get 20% melee speed and 19% movement speed from the bonus, same with the 19% mana usage. So multiclassing is only viable with adamantite on ranged. I don't see why it would be not viable, especially if you're using like whips with the melee set, because then you get the melee speed bonuses which affect whips. I've never actually done challenges with mods. Should I try that? Oh, yeah, I could definitely recommend it. Calamity and Fargos are probably the 2 main challenge mods, and you can kind of build up the challenge as you go. Like, you can start with Revengeance, or you can start even just with Expert Calamity and go from that. I did kill dog on my fishing only, but sadly did it on my stream practice, your off-stream practice, so lost motivation since I didn't want to do it again. That's fair, yeah. It sounded like quite an awful set of accessories and armor you had for that. I'm worried that there's something that's stopping the traveling merchant from spawning. Because this has been a long time. I mean, we've been almost 2 hours in this world with sleeping for most of it, and we've had one. The invisible goblin army. I don't think the goblin army even stops the traveling merchant from spawning. I don't think much does other than bugs. What's a good beginner challenge run in Terraria? I mean, doing like a fairly easy subclass can help, just in getting in the way of thinking of like being restricted. Like if you do swords only, it's not going to be that difficult, but it gets you thinking in that way if you're not too confident with challenges. Or you can choose any you want. You can like kind of pick your difficulty depending on what restriction you go for. Like spears only would be a lot harder than swords only, but doing like magic tomes only would be so much harder than both of those. Honestly, dog was the worst of it, though getting one shot by literally anything would be annoying, so I'm a bit glad I didn't finish the run for my sanity. Yeah, getting one shot by anything post dog, like the Yarn fight would have been awful, the Exomex would have been awful, Escal would have been awful, it would not have been fun. Boomerang only is a fun run, yeah. I could recommend that. I'd recommend you get the Trimarang as soon as possible, because that's one of the best boomerangs in the game. Oh, come on. Please. What are the chances? Of course not. Of course not. Okay, let's sell these items. Don't need them. I should have used a potion of return there. Damn. Well, I'm going to leave the world anyway, so I don't know if it's worth that. Yeah, let's go back to the main world. See what potions I have, see what potions I need. I need to zoom out. I'm not used to being zoomed in. I think this is where my potions are. Yeah, here's my potions. I've got plenty iron skin, plenty swiftness, plenty of regen. Honestly, plenty of everything. Unless there's anything I'm missing, I don't think potions are going to be an issue. I've also got my sake. I've got 11 red potions that I can use before taking on the last pillar. I mean, what I could do is take down a couple of the pillars. That could maybe be a little midstream break. Put them back here. Keep potions of return. Yes, yes. There they are. Yeah, none of these are that useful. Need to keep my ghee on me. I'm not going to use meteor armor at this point, so there's really no point in keeping that. It's just taking up inventory space. Whereas I could be doing this. Okay, let's eat some pho for the... Where did that go? In here. While we're walking. Keep that with my obsidian skin. In fact, we kind of wanted this to be the last one, didn't we? I might go solar first, because it's such a pain. If this is going to be inside the solar thing, then it might be an easy way to... Oh, this might be a really good way of doing this. Only problem is that I've kind of not got the right weapon for it. I should have kept the... That's funny. Literally just put the meteor armor away, and I'm already needing it back. What happened to the island? I cut it off because it was getting in the way of my arena. I'll show you in the map just now. So, yeah, that's my arena. I just kind of cut it off. Oh, wow. Zappinator is sometimes quite fun. Oh my god. Okay, this is going to be slow. Zappinator only run next. This might be better just doing it on the ground. Let's see. Although the ground is full of corrupt enemies, so that's not going to be fun. do have my arena though, which is nice. Okay, that's not fun either. This could be slow. This could be real slow. I do wonder if using my spear with that would be better. Doesn't have the range, but maybe range isn't needed for this. Okay, maybe range is needed. Wow. It'd be real nice if I got the pulse bow. This is incredibly slow. Yeah. Wondering what I could do to actually make it faster. I don't know what that is. I could run around like this so that nothing can hit me and then turn around. This kind of works. Just running away. Until something hits me for 147 damage. Teleporter set up, teleport to pillar location. I'm calling it the second you get a key brand, you'll get a merchant every day. Probably, yeah. Go here and then it would maybe be quicker to get there just by running along this. Running actually worked well. Oh my god. Hey, we're 6% of the way there. Just kill one enemy at a time is still more interesting than waiting for a pulse bow here and then waiting for Keybrand in the other world too. That's true. Question is whether it's going to be quicker doing that up here or down on the main world, or the main section. Especially if I destroy some of this to make it a bit easier to shoot things. What is your goal right now? I'm going to take down the solar pillar. Mainly for fun. And because it needs to be done at some point. And I may as well keep the stream somewhat interesting. Thing is, I can always just hit like a super crit with the Zappinator, and then that would solve all my problems. It's the hard thing about using it, is that you never quite know whether it's going to be good or bad. Are cloud blocks unaffected by lightning? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like, how would they be affected by lightning? This is way too fast. Sleeping in hell was already overstimulating. This is slower than that, surely. Like, you're fine. This is just some like chill stuff going on. Oh, God. Can't you just try Moonlord? I have 100 health. And my best weapon is an orange Zappinator. No. Is the short answer to that. Lighting, not lightning. Oh, okay. If you kill the 3 pillars, then setting up teleporters for those locations would be good in case you die. That's true. Oh, God. God, they move so fast. That floating island looks bigger than usual for some reason. Like, the size of it just seems wrong to me. I think you're right that teleporter would make sense, at least for this one, because I'm going to want a teleporter here eventually. Mainly for the... let's use blue one. Oh God, placing this is going to be awful. I'm going to have to place these individually. Okay, where do we want this to be? Because this is going to determine where my Moonlord fight goes. This is a pretty good place to go for it, I think. Okay. So I want it like that. And then I'm going to actuate those two. Are you going to shout out Bone Reaper in the final video? Probably, yeah. Oh, God. It's going to take a while. Would have been a good idea to set up some teleporters in pre-hard mode if I knew I was going to be doing this. Okay, tell you what, this'll do. It's not the most efficient way of doing it, but it's the fastest. I'm now going to have to wire it through the nebula pillar. How do you farm money? I don't. Basically. Can you actually craft the grand design, or does it need a drop from the goblin shop? It needs the Tinkerer's workstation. That's what it needs. Which is why I can't make it, unfortunately. Let's go defense. Okay, if I get like 20 blocks faster each time, further each time, that should make it real quick and possible. Weave in between them. Look at this skill. Whoa. That was like 50 blocks closer there. Wait, why can't you use Tinker's workstation? I can't get the Tinkerer because to fight the goblins you need to have 200 health. And I only have 100. So that's why. Let's go over the top. Oh, I was going to say let's go over the top because then things can't spawn, but my thing goes this far, so things can spawn. Is this one of the hardest challenges you have done? And maybe not the hardest, but the grindiest for sure. Like you could probably say that the Calamity Sentries only one was harder, or the low percent was harder. But this one is the grindiest for sure. Remember to make the following tunnel 3 wide so you don't need to do anything other than hold down. Why would it need to be 3 wide for that? I can do that when it's 2 wide. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. Okay, so I should now be able to teleport to that pylon. You teleport to the middle of teleporters, so you need to move to the side when you teleport. That wasn't the case when I was doing testing. I could just hold down here. I think you like teleport onto the same part of the teleporter that you land on, or that you teleport from, you know? Hopefully they don't kill my mobs, because it's actually a really convenient teleporter to have. Who knows, maybe they'll kill some of the mobs for me. Oh. Annoying that that's caused a secondary thing. So you make it RNG that you're on the same spot mid-fight. No, I'll do testing obviously, but... Wait. Yeah, I'll do some testing to make sure that I land on the same spot. And I'm pretty sure if I place blocks on this part of the teleporter, it won't be possible for me to teleport there. Like what I'll do is place blocks here, and then I won't have any option but to land there, you know? Nice, it does line up. Can Shroomerang only be dropped by Spore Bats? In vanilla, yes. I think. At least you have a mouse for this. Can't imagine trying to do that with this with my setup. That's true, yeah. Ooh, they're fast. And they spawn instantly. God damn. Okay, connected those two. Which challenges are worse in your opinion? Grindier challenges or challenges that require a ton of skill? Definitely grindier ones. Because at least ones that require skill, you feel like you can do something. Oh, this is taking an annoying amount of wire. I might actually need to go searching in the Don't Dig Up Seed just to get gold, to be honest. Thankfully it only takes like 1.5 gold for the... Oh. It only takes 1.5 gold for the beach balls needed. But it could be a whole lot worse if... Oh my god, did that just teleport onto me or what? Depends, is it grindy but predictable like gathering materials or grindy RNG? Well, this sort of grindy is the worst, I would say. Whatever this is... Okay, I think only one spawned there. But we're just about to get to the solar pillar where a bunch more are going to spawn. Not much further. Okay, we're at the solar pillar. Oh, can I kill you? Oh, you can't go through platforms. Re-kill. Wait, if I mine down here, can they get to me? Oh, that one can. Okay, another free kill. Okay, this is still quicker than the alternative. Don't ever bring your cursor within 20 blocks of you, since if you accidentally go out of the smart cursor range, it just places the wire in midair and cause problems. Oh, okay, okay. I didn't realize that was what was happening within 20 blocks. I never usually use the wrenches themselves. It's always just the grand design. There's pretty much no reason to not go for the grand design most times. Okay, almost done with it. Just 300 health left. And then the actual Dracomire itself, Dracanian. I've done wiring for things longer than the grand design was in the game, though I don't think the wrenches had plus 20 range back then. Yeah, having such small range on wrenches would be pretty awful, I imagine. Yeah, my armor is currently Tiki and Moonlord legs. Mainly Moonlord legs for the speed, and then Tiki because it's the best defense that I can get. In fact, I wonder if this would increase my damage marginally enough to make it worth it. And my melee speed. Yeah, that's definitely faster. Is this werewolf going to drop on top of me and ruin all of this, or is it just going to stay? Yeah, you just stay there. There we go. Okay, let's keep this 20 blocks out and keep placing. Okay, honestly, here is probably where I want one of my teleporters. Let's get in, place 3 blocks in the teleporter, and then we're done. Oh, it's annoying that they've come along for the run. God. Literally everything is a one hit at this point. Hellers are going to be so much more painful than they usually are. Okay, we're good, we're good. Nope, we're not good. Can that despawn, please? Nope, that's just going to follow me. And now I've got a crawltipede. Oop. Didn't get a single block placed. Suppose my defense should help from that. I may survive one more shot. What are the wires for? That's for a teleporter setup. Okay, I'm gonna need to see if I can kill this. I'm not gonna be able to kill it. Does 120 damage? So playing with nearly 1 HP and you can't use any good accessories or weapons? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Ah, I thought I dodged that. Why do they have to spawn? This would be so much easier if they didn't. I'm wondering if it's going to be easier to come in from the other side. I'll give it a try. Especially since I can run across the sand with a massive speed increase. Yeah, this is better. Oh, Try to place it inside myself. Okay, we are so close to being able to teleport back and forth to this pylon. Got a wasted heal, I could regen that. Ooh. Almost there, you're right, yeah. Just need like to place 2 more wires or something. Back now, what did I miss? I'm trying to take down the solar pillar and it's going really well. Okay, we're good, we're good. Ah. Can now actually try and take that down. It works. Beautiful. Oh, you don't go under platforms. Okay. What's your favourite biscuit or snack? Quite like Oreos for biscuits, but snack is just kind of any kind of chocolate I like. Don't really have like a explicit favourite. Okay, we got 2 mobs killed there. We're on 86. We just need another like 50 of those or something, and we'll be done. Annoyingly, I can't even like place whatchamacallits, sentries down because I can't get any sentries. Oh, got 1 killed. Goodness. Okay. Oh, got quite a few killed there. Is that 4? Can I kill you? Nope. I can just get you very low. Holy heck, killing the pillars with an orange zapinator sounds so fun that I never want to do. Yeah, it would be nice if we could have got a pulse bow. That would probably make this a lot easier. There's still a chance we can get pulse bow. Like, just by playing in this world. The traveling merchant can spawn and we can get it. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Ooh. But I don't think I've got any better weapons right now. Maybe the Gatligator. Just because its rate of fire is so much higher. If you don't get stuck in the water. there's 2. We can somehow kill this Crawltipede, that'll be another 1. Slime Staff is going to do absolutely nothing. Let's lure him down just so I can actually see him. Seems he doesn't want to come down. I'm literally flying. Why isn't it? Well, it's dead now. I used to think Crawltipedes are invincible. I wonder if it would be worth actually drinking knockback potions for this. Because they're not going to have much use for boss fights. They're just sitting in a chest, unused at the moment. May as well give it a try. Have you ever played the Polarities mod? I've only seen one YouTuber play it before. I've not, but I've seen a lot of good things about it. I should definitely give it a try at some point. Okay, so Titan Potions did practically nothing, I would say. Definitely seems the best strategy is running in, getting a few to spawn, and then running away. Okay, this is getting a bit better. Didn't realise they were stacked on top of each other. Fun. Okay, we get in there. The issue is that I also, like, I'm gonna have to take down the pillar fully on my own. Like, Sapinator only. I wonder if this is, like, does the projectile last long enough that I can just shoot that off into the distance and hit it? Because if that's the case, it'll be so much easier. It's nothing to do with flying, just your distance from blocks. So you can fly all you want as long as there are blocks, and I think it's 6 or 10 block distance from you. Interesting. And I guess platforms count for that too. It's like a test of my aim, and I'm not passing. Hey. My whole world is going to be a graveyard pretty soon. $137 damage. Like, what do I do against that? The pillars need reworked or removed. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to base that on this playthrough because this playthrough is not really intentional. But based on many of the other playthroughs, yeah, the pillars need reworked. Based on playthroughs that are meant to be, like, reasonable and fun. My god. Normally they're just fine, honestly, and all of them have reliable cheeses for them. Yeah, I'm wondering if the Vortex Pillar cheese is going to work. Like, if I go down into this cave here, am I going to be safe? Maybe. If so, it's going to be a slow time taking them down with the Star Fury, because that's my only weapon that goes through blocks. God, that's so many enemies. Okay, that was a good few enemies there. Is there still one down here? Yes. Oh, I forgot about the Crawltipede. I feel they should make each pillar a mini boss instead of an event. Yeah, or even make it more like the Old One's Army, where, like, the pillar itself, like, there's portals that summon enemies in rather than them just spawning, or I don't know. There's a lot of ways you could improve the pillars. Please go into that. Go, go, go. Get hit by it again. One more time, I think. How did you not get hit by that? Not a cave, you need a small 2-block hole. Yeah, I can see if I can make that. I feel like just reducing the amount of enemies needed to kill would do a lot to improve them. Well, they kind of did that in that, like, once you've killed them once, well, once you've killed the Moonlord once, it goes down to 50 enemies required. 156. Ugh. So everything is in your hotbar? No, it's more that... Oh, there was a traveling merchant! Oh, damn. They could have had the pulse bow. He had pulse blow and keybrand. He wouldn't have the keybrand. So yeah, the challenge is that I'm using the Encumbering Stone, so I can't pick any items up, but I can buy items from NPC shops, or use them from chests. He probably just had some sake. Yeah, let's go with that. $109. There's not much incentive to kill the pillars after the first time other than celestial sigils and super healing potions, so it just feels like a chore. Yes, 100%. It is a chore. I feel like I was making good progress for a bit, and then you get like one bad spawn, with the teleporter and you're screwed. That's a bit better. I think I can deal with this. Oh, you're all the way in there. Interesting. There you go. I am indeed getting a graveyard. Oh, come on, how are these not hitting that? I swear sometimes the thing just decides not to hit the Zappinator. Nice golem. Literally no point in me taking this out, but I could do it for fun. It'd be nice if I wasn't chilled for 36 seconds. That seems a bit excessive. We're getting there. Back, Crawltipede, come back to die. Or to kill me, potentially, who knows. Hey, to die, that's the one. How's that only 33? I was 36, not 33. Having an NPC like the Abomination would be super useful. Yeah, that would be able to do a lot of the work, I guess. Let's get the music going again. There we go. Why not? Why not just, yeah. Corites, I don't mind so much. They seem a bit more doable than the rest. I do hate that crawltipedes can only be hit by their tail. Like, they can damage you from anywhere, but they can only be hit on a very small part of themselves. I don't know what I could have done there. The crawltipede would have killed me if I moved. We're close. We're 3/4 of the way there. We just need to do this another 4 times after this. Hopefully the Stardust Pillar will be really easy. Just do the whole Stardust Cell cheese. Oh, there's quite a few of you down here. Trying to shoot my shots back at me. Don't take that out of context. Yeah, pretend you're stuck, and then when I come to kill you, just become a ball and kill me. Nebula has an easy cheese, but you don't need to do it in this run, more or less. I'm curious what it is, though, just in case. It may be helpful at some point, you know? Okay, 15. There's another 2 there if I kill those. Oh. Be nice if I could get the Dracomir down to get rid of these balls following me. There we go. Right now, hopefully not fall for the same trick again. There we go. Okay, how many left now? Gotta be like 10, surely. Seven, wow. Okay. Getting there. That's 5. This could be another 2 here. That's 3. Could be done actually, depending on I killed anything by mistake. Nope, not quite. I think this should do it though. That's surely 3 there. Yeah, there we go. Kill the pillar, kill the pillar. Just gotta dodge everything. Slowly kill it. Tell you what, if I could just hover up here and manage to hit it. I'll tell you what, if I get a good crit with the thingy. Obviously the crawltipedes are going to be an issue, but... ice rod, build above it. Could do. Do I have an ice rod? I feel like I've maybe got one in my piggy bank. No, did I never buy an ice rod? That feels like a mistake if I've not. I guess I haven't. Okay, well, either way, I think it'll be quite easy to take it down just by doing this. But for the other, can you dirt rod in the air? Probably not. I would have to carry dirt all the way up. And no, it becomes like a falling sand projectile actually. It just falls down until it hits a solid block. Okay, so let's just go up. It's not going to work with a crawltipede. Okay, 4,000 health. We can do this. It would be so funny if I could actually collect like the solar fragments or something because they're floating in the air separately than items would. That would be kind of funny because it would be absolutely useless because I don't have the crafting station to do anything with them. Okay, I think one more run and I should have it. Go. Okay. Let's see if the irony works. No, I cannot pick them up. Just like I expected. Okay, let's get rid of the graveyard here. Don't really need my gravedigger shovel on my hotbar just now. Yeah, I don't know what I want instead, but don't really need that. Oh, you don't go through platforms. Interesting. It's going to be annoying not being able to craft the Celestial Sigil. Well, I'm hoping that it's only going to take one actual fight for the Moonlord. If it takes much more, it's going to be annoying for much more reasons than that. So I'm going to have to throw out 1,000 beach balls. Which actually takes probably less time than an individual pillar, never mind all 4 of them. Just gonna check there's no... I'm assuming there's no traveling merchant anywhere. Not that I could get anything other than the pulse bow. Keybrand probably won't help that much with other pillars. Man, it feels like this is a pretty unconventional way of playing the game. Yeah, I can't say it was intended by the developers. Definitely not, actually. Let's just get rid of all this death. This never happened. this will be destroyed. Okay, that's probably good enough. And I've got all of the potions that I really need. Where do I want to put this stuff? Sort. Yeah, let's put my wiring in here. And then let's maybe go do some more sleeping in the other world. Yeah, what else do I need to take? I'm pretty sure I've got everything I would need. And I don't think I'm going to benefit from any other potions. No point in me searching for potions that I'm not going to use, because hopefully I only need one set of them. Conch. Oh, and it's crimson, which isn't ideal. Especially not if you're going to spawn like that. God, tell you what, let's do a little bit of a little bit of that. A little bit of this. I'm now probably going to spawn on top of that wall the next time I spawn, but that's fine. Oh yeah, I've got my mining thing on already. Could wear my mining armor, but I don't think it's worth it. Going back to the main world to get it. This is a large world, so it's going to take a while actually. I'm thinking it might not be as quick to just run, you know? I've got plenty of water walking and plenty of obsidian skin. I think it's probably quicker. And then I'll use Potion of Return. Are Terraria Skyblock challenges fun? Yeah, I would say so. I think that a lot of the fun in Skyblock challenges comes from like theorizing how you're going to do something rather than actually doing it. Like for me, I probably don't find it as fun to play someone else's Skyblock as I do to play my own, because so much of the fun comes from like solving the puzzle yourself rather than playing the puzzle that someone else has set up. Like if someone made a Calamity Skyblock, I probably wouldn't play it because I've already had so much fun just trying to theorize my own playthrough of it. So it just feels like there wouldn't be much point in doing it myself. I'm currently kind of not sure whether my next playthrough should be Calamity Skyblock or something different, because I want to make sure that the Skyblock doesn't get kind of superseded by the next update, just making it pointless. Like I want to make it so that other people can play it and not feel like they're having to revert back to an older version just to play through the Skyblock, you know? Because the next update could change quite a few things about Skyblock, I'm not entirely sure. It might change nothing, it might change a lot. I love your Shimmering Skies video. Oh, thank you. It was a lot of fun to make that one actually. The different seeds and stuff that were used is a really unique way of doing Skyblock. So I'm thinking, unless I get a key brand very, very soon, this is almost 100% going to be carried on in another stream. It's just not feasible to continue for like another 2 or 3 hours and chances are each pillar is going to take like 20 minutes minimum, I would say. Probably more likely like half an hour, 40 minutes. I don't know how long it took to do that solar one. That would be kind of interesting to see, actually. Unless I managed to get cheese working for them. I'm glad we can get back to the interesting gameplay. Health sleeping gaming, let's go. Yeah, finally, something actually fun happening, you know? I was tired of all that like fighting and progression. Terraria, but your life sucks, bro. What's your feelings with Discord pings in the server? Do you prefer not to be pinged, or are you okay with it? It depends what it is. Like, if some things warrant a ping, some things don't, I guess. You just kind of have to use your best judgment of what that is. This is what I've been waiting for. I'm glad you're such a fan of the health sleeping. I figured there was someone else there that was. Agreed. This one was so cool to watch. Seeing some actually smart things to get something. An example, I never would have thought of making a desert biome with that one mob throwing sand. Oh, the antlion. Yeah, that's kind of the intended way to play that map. This is the thing, is that when you play someone else's map, someone else has already figured out all of the like theory behind it. Whereas when I was making Shimmer Block, should I say, I kind of had to think of all the stuff on my own. Like, how am I going to get starting blocks? Well, I can use medium core, which I don't think anyone had thought of before for a skyblock start. And then after that, how do you get the angler? You've got to shimmer bottles from potions that you get from slimes into sand, and then place that on the edge of the world to get the angler. How do you get fishing? Well, you got to make housing for the merchant and all that. It's I just joined. What's the context of you sleeping in hell? I'm waiting for a traveling merchant to spawn so I can hopefully buy the key brand, since we're in a don't dig up world. And then I'm going to use the key brand with the beach ball projectile limit to beat the Moonlord. Speaking of sleeping stream, do you have an opinion on the balloon placement? I think balloon should be horizontal, like it is just now. Like, I think if the balloon was floating up, it would make more sense, and therefore be less funny. I'm just checking through the Discord just now. Yeah, I think horizontal balloon is more accurate and also more funny. What's your favourite accessory? In vanilla, maybe like the celestial shell. Although actually no, probably maybe like Betsy's wings or Empress wings, or the soaring insignia. Some kind of movement accessory maybe. Wait, is this a don't dig up world? I see you have orange Zapinator and 100 health. Did you not do some fishing for heart crystals? Unfortunately, I can't do fishing, and I also can't open crates because A, I can't do fishing because of bait, and B, I can't open crates because any grab bags just get spilled out onto the floor, which includes cans of worms as a way to get bait, by the way. Fishing would work if I could get bait. That's the annoying thing. It wouldn't get much because crates would still be an issue. I wouldn't be able to open them, but it would unlock a few potions that I wouldn't normally get access. No, would it? No, I wouldn't, because then I would still have to get like the bottles and the plants and herbs and stuff anyway. It'd be pretty funny if you just posted a video only consisting of sleeping in hell parts completely unedited. Yeah, that could be fun. Charm of Myths and Frozen Turtle Shell are my personal favourite. Charm of Myths, actually, yeah, that's got to be up there, especially, and with the Star Veil as well. Those are like two of the best survivability options that nothing else kind of comes close to. And Magiluminescence, yeah, Bada, you're right on that one actually. You would literally only get the 3 fishing weapons. Yeah. But the Blade Tongue would probably be good enough to not do all this. Like, I'd just take down the Moonlord with the Blade Tongue. And Toxicarp is actually alright. Might have been helpful earlier on in the playthrough. Especially because it doesn't need ammo. Are you doing only one world? No, I'm doing as many worlds as I want. Yeah, Toxicarp would have been really good for mechs and Blade Tongue for Destroyer. Yeah, it would have been good for the last time I was sleeping in hell, because I think they would be better than the shotgun and Gatligator. Probably better than the Orange Zappinator as well. They maybe would have been useful for Golem and Plantera, I'm not really sure. I don't remember Plantera being that difficult on this, to be honest. I think I just went straight from from the final mech boss, which I think was Skeletron Prime, into the Plantera fight. I feel like we should prepare a room full of items for Logan to go into when he completes this challenge, so he can pick up items again. No, I don't pick up items out of principle. It's not that I can't pick up items, I just choose not to. You know, I could right-click this Encumbering Stone right now and pick up as many items as I want, but I just don't need them. Plantera is easy with basically any weapon except true melee. True. I think we probably used Zappinator for her, I can't remember. I feel like so little has happened in this playthrough over so much time that it's hard to remember what has happened, because it's just been filled so much with sleeping in hell. Like, I can't get across enough how much of this playthrough has been sleeping in hell. I don't know how I'm going to do it in the video. Like, how do I convey that without just posting a 5-hour long video where 4 hours of it is sleeping in hell and 1 hour of it is actually progressing through the rest of the game? Like, how do I do that? There, I posted the pillar cheesies. Oh, okay, thank you. I will have a look. So Nebula, kind of like a hexagon of blocks. The enemies still see you, but will not shoot you. Just make sure it's off the ground in normal runs, as evolution beasts can shoot the projectiles and they go through the blocks. Yeah, Vortex, I'm aware of. I'm wondering if I can do that in this run. If I'll be able to actually pull it off. I kind of want to leave the easiest pillar for last, so we'll maybe do some testing in the next stream to see how much each pillar is going to hurt. How much pain is it going to inflict on my soul? Can you zoom in? There's too much happening on screen. Yeah, this demon on the side is just a bit too much. Just 2 demons is all you need. That's enough, yeah. By the way, when is your next stream? I will probably stream next Saturday after this one. And then after that, hopefully I'll finish my next video. Because I'm after this playthrough, I've got another stream planned for after I release the next video, which I haven't actually made yet. I'm still in the scripting and editing process, so. Make sleeping a meme for 5 seconds each time you wait for something. A meme how though? Like just show me sleeping for 5 seconds? The lava texture is moving. I'm sorry. There's particles coming off the hellstone and bricks. I can replace all of the bricks. Nebula is the easiest for sure, especially without projectiles, as you can still use the hexagon but on the ground, so no need to do anything other than swing away. Hey, the hotel room has floor heating. True. Actually, not here. This is the one room in the hotel that doesn't have underfloor heating. Unless you're talking about the flow of lava that's actually going over it. That would be quite warm, I think. I'm telling you, hell is just the coziest place to sleep. True. Certainly no risk of getting cold anyway. I'm pretty sure lava's cold. Maybe. You need a bit of knockback for the vortex, since the queens can sometimes shoot through the hole. Well, maybe that's where the very few Titan potions I have will come into play. Extra refreshing sauna. So your idea for the meme is sleep. Yay, something came up. Ah, need something else. Oh well, sleep. Guess what, guys? That's right, you guessed it. More sleeping, death. Yeah, that could work. That's definitely a way of I can convey it. But I guess the issue with Terraria videos is like or just videos in general, is if someone says like, oh, I did a lot of this, your mind thinks like, oh yeah, a lot, maybe like a couple hours. It doesn't think like the mental process of going through 20 hours of something. Like, I feel like it's harder to comprehend that sort of time scale, so the brain just kind of gives up and is like, oh yeah, a lot of time is 2 hours. Hello, Pixel Potato. What exactly is Sleeping in Hell going to accomplish? So I'm waiting for the traveling merchant to spawn so that I can hopefully buy the key brand that he's selling. So sleeping's just a way to speed up the traveling merchant spawning. I'll be honest, same thing happens with art. It's easy to say to say, oh, it took 24 hours, but in reality that's like multiple days because you don't do it all in one sitting, and if it's something repetitive, it can be very slow. Yeah. I think especially people who don't create things, when they hear that something took 24 hours, they're like, oh, that's a day, that's fine. But like, when was the last time you did something for 24 hours straight without a break? Like, it doesn't happen. It's going to be multiple days where you spend a couple hours here, maybe 5 hours there, 6 hours there, 2 hours here. Like, yeah, it builds. Honestly, put a roof on it like 10 blocks off of your hole, then use nano bullets and Gatligator to have them bounce at the enemies above as you shoot up. That could work, yeah. Because the nano bullets now they're kind of smart with how they rebound, I guess. I wonder if that's a good strategy for taking down the pillars in general, actually. Just shooting at the ground while running along it, and then letting the bullets do the targeting for me. Longest I took on a single canvas was 47 hours, and then it crashed and I had to recover the file. Ooh. How much time did you lose then? Was it like the full 47 hours, or did you manage to recover some of it? Because that sounds like genuinely heartbreaking. How are you getting money in this run? So mainly from collecting it like directly from chests or from selling things that I can find in chests. And most of the money has come from obsidian chests in the underworld. I think the longest thing I've done in pretty much one sitting was spending maybe 10 hours on Infernum Dog. Oh, yeah, that's a long time in one go. I got it back, but I got scared to work on it further, so I ended up starting again 6 months later when it was way more efficient and only took 20 or so. Oh, so the happy ending, I guess. There's always that first time that you kind of lose something that you forgot to save, and then that you never do it again after that. If you remember, you know, if the pain was enough, you'll never forget to save something again. Not too long ago in scale, since I watched around... Is this sort of... No. I watched around 28 hours of Yarda streaming of his 37-hour, one-sitting 10x HP Infernum run twice in a month or so. Yeah, that was insane. Imagine how long it would be without quality of life mods. That's the question. I gotta go, have a good one. I will see you later, Cloudy White Moon. Enjoy the rest of your day. I remember I was playing Minecraft with a data pack that adds 1100 plus advancements, and I was playing it for like 1.5 months. One day lights went off and all advancements went to 0, bro. No restore. Ooh. Yeah, I think data packs... Yeah. That's painful. I've tried to make some art a while ago. I've realised that I'm really good at making backgrounds but not animals. That's fine, you can just do that then and get better at that, and then if you want to try making some animals, you can try making some animals. I should clarify that I'm known among my friends for having stupid tolerance for repetitive stuff. I'm the sort of guy who will sit for 8 hours straight finishing a piece with 8 wings. Yeah, I think that's the sort of insanity that you need to succeed as an artist, regardless of what the medium is. Like, if you can't hyper-focus on one thing for 8 hours, you're probably not going to get good enough at one thing to be an artist. like, it's a weird obsession that you kind of have to have, I guess. And maybe there's other ways as well. If you're just like really good at time management, you can, you know, pick an hour here and an hour there. It's rare, I guess. Realistically, I could probably get the run done if I was as good as Yardis mechanically at Infernum with my game knowledge in 40-ish hours, since they save on the grind for sure, but not actually that much. For Yardis, since he really only knows the bosses well. Yeah, I feel like you know everything outside of the bosses incredibly well. Like, you know everything there is to know about Calamity and Terraria. Even if other people are maybe more skilled at boss fights than you are. I'm planning on making a new run with this data pack, with making a backup every hour or something. I don't know, I just really want to complete it. That's fair, yeah. There's a running joke that if I say it's just a rough doodle, 50-50 it'll end up as a full render within a day. I mean, that's literally happening right now with what you're sending to the Discord. It's literally happening in real time. Yeah, good luck with the data pack run. I'm just wondering, can beds spawn in living wood trees? Because if beds could spawn in living wood trees, I could probably get a gnome not too far away that is still within range, and then that would slightly increase the chance of me getting a travelling merchant each day with a good item. Let me have a look. Nope. Damn. That is unfortunate. You could also just set up a teleporter next to a natural gnome to go to each morning to get the luck. Then I would have to wait, like, the whole time in real time, as opposed to it being 5 times faster. Like, unless the gnome gave me 5 times as much luck, or 5 times as much chances of getting the item, it wouldn't be more efficient that way. Like, sleeping is just going to be quicker. Plus, teleport setups are expensive, apparently. The way you could check all the bed stuff is go to the wiki and look at the sources from each bed type and see which are from structures. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, it's just dungeon and an obsidian and golden beds that are uncraftable. I don't think any of the craftable beds will spawn inside anything. I can't imagine any of them do. I also don't think there's any way I can get silk. No, you're in bed till like 4, then teleport there to sit for 30 seconds, then teleport back and sleep. I don't think you, like, the luck doesn't stay, though. Once you've teleported away from the gnome, you're not going to get that luck bonus. And to get the traveling merchant spawn, it's like a per tick thing rather than like once per day. As far as I'm aware. So like I would have to be at the gnome for each tick that the traveling merchant could spawn. Which seems like a lot. Especially when I'm literally going to get the key brand this morning. Give it like 2 minutes and I'll have the key brand in my inventory. This is pretty much the first stream that I've actually watched. Well, they're all just like this, for the most part. The early game was a lot more interesting. I feel like all of the fun was kind of front-loaded into the early game, and then you get to the mechs, and you're just kind of waiting because of what a 1 in 10 chance each day that you can get a mech spawn. So that was just sleeping in hell. And then after that, you get a little bit more fun because you get to take down Plantera and Golem. Golem kind of took just a lot of searching through worlds, a little bit of sleeping in hell to get a Zappinator. I maybe didn't have the Zappinator for the mechs. I think I maybe had to sleep in hell for that as well. And then took down Golem and the Lunatic Cultist in one go, and now it's back to sleeping in hell. So after hard mode, like once I entered hard mode, it was mostly just sleeping in hell. Like, people talk about quality of life mods, but like, why isn't there a quality of life mod that just gives me a key brand? I'm not talking about just the series, I'm saying this is pretty much the first stream I've watched ever. Wow, well I'm glad to be your first. They're not all like this, a lot of them are a lot more exciting. And I know this is quite a lot for you, you know, with all the lava dripping and the lava moving and the hellstone and everything, but like, eventually you might be able to build up to watch like a professional gameplay player, I don't know. Yeah, since all the building for arenas was done in pre-hard mode, just to make it significantly easier. Yeah, even like the preparation for the meteor was done in pre-hard mode. And I feel like that was kind of the interesting part. The annoying part is that for the video, like, there's actually not going to be much to show once I enter hard mode. I'm going to be able to show me getting the meteor to spawn. I'm going to be able to show me taking down the mechs, and me taking down Plantera and Golem, and then Lunatic Cultist. But like, other than that, what is there to show? What is there to show for all this time I've spent? The video is going to be like 10 minutes of hard mode. For the equivalent of like 30 hours of gameplay or something. Oh dear, still waiting on a key brand. Yes. Yes, indeed. All the failed merchant shops in a montage. Could be, yeah. Just play the footage sped up with elevator music going over it. I might end up doing that. What pet is that? I'm not entirely sure, but it's from the... It's the flame in a bottle, but with a texture pack on for Terraria YouTubers. Made by Neville Sickle, who has been in the stream chat at least a little, so I don't know if you're still watching Neville, but yeah, that's a very cool texture pack made by him. You could also talk about travelling merchant odds for some other content. That's true, and being able to go into the different seeds and the benefits each one has is kind of interesting as well. There's a bit of informative content there, potentially. But yeah, this might end up being a really easy to edit video because there's actually not that much to show. I might end up just like getting to hard mode and then being like, and here's hard mode. They're 5 minutes done. And then I guess I'll also be talking about the beach ball strategy and the fact that I can only use the key brand for it, and that's why I'm needing to go into the don't dig up seed. Let's hope that it's a one and done Moonlord kill, so prep the arena perfectly. Yes, very much so. I'm going to need to make sure that this is a one and done thing, because I do not want to do this again. Honestly, if I don't get it the first time, I will be very, very tempted to just grab a Celestial Sigil from another world. And at that point, it's like so far into the video that if people hate that idea, like, well, yeah, doesn't matter. What editing software do you use? I use DaVinci Resolve. I used to use HitFilm Pro for like my first like 2 series of videos, but I would recommend not using that and just going for DaVinci Resolve, because it's free and it's like an industry standard software that has so many like abilities and plugins that can do things for you as well. Also, are you hydrated right now? I have been sipping on some water throughout the stream, don't worry. But my throat is probably drying up in general just for this amount of talking. How did you even spawn the mix? You can't pick up the summon and you can't break the altar because you can't pick up the hammer from the wall. They don't spawn naturally, actually, the carp. They only spawn naturally if you break the altar, which is why I place chests or barrels throughout my entire world to specifically spawn a meteor on a demon altar, because meteors don't spawn within 30 blocks of a chest or a barrel. So I had to place a bunch of barrels across the entire surface of my world, except for right above some demon altars, and then I had to kill the Eater of Worlds, and that night a meteor then spawned on top of the demon altar and broke it to allow me to get the mix to spawn. Make sure that the teleporters in the arena are only one way and have platforms on top of them, and then also you need a separate line for each one so you don't teleport randomly between them. True. Well, I'm thinking for that reason, I'll probably take down the Nebula Pillar next, because that's on that side of the world. And then I'll be able to actually build a lot easier there. What I might actually want to do right now is get more chests. It's Probably still a few chests on this side of the world, because my money is actually going to be quite limited. So let's do that. Have you considered picking up items? Never. I'll never pick up items. In specifically this playthrough. I'm not even going to be able to mine through to here because of the thingy. Maybe I can get through this way. Yeah, there we go. It's too stimulating. Deal with it. I'm done sleeping in hell for the next 10 minutes. And then I'll be back to sleeping in hell most likely. Did I even break that one down there? Nothing down here. Another bed. That's kind of nice. A big gap. Wow. The follow-up to this run could be something like a bare minimum run, where your goal is to beat each boss with as little equipment as possible. That sounds kind of similar to a run I did a while ago, where I wasn't able to, like once I equipped something, I wasn't able to unequip it. So I kind of had to beat it with one set of equipment. And that was quite a fun run. You had to be like very specific with what you were going to put on. Like, do you put on the Hermes boots that you find in the first chest, or do you hold off and try and craft amphibian boots? Do you hold off for Terra Spark boots? I don't know. Another bed there, good to know. So I can come back here once I'm done searching through chests. Nothing in here. How do you have items if you can't pick them up? So I can open chests and loot them from that, but like I can't pick up this chest, so I can't pick up the shadow chest or these torches that just dropped. But I can transfer items from a chest into my inventory. And the same goes for NPC shops. So everything I've got in my inventory, I've either bought from an NPC, looted from a chest, or crafted using items bought from NPCs or looted from chests. Oh, you're very welcome, Ashton. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, good luck. Don't know why I'm saying good luck. Just, yeah, get better soon. What I should have done is... do this at least to get an extra 2 slots. Yeah, what I should have done is brought more piggy banks. Oh, there's a lot of chests. Okay, I'm gonna save this for once I have more inventory space, I think. Because that's quite a few. Oh, I wish I had my piggy bank. Okay, let's bank the others. Because I can sell them for more to a happy NPC. I'm doing a master mode Calamity / Thorium combo world. What is a must-have item in your loadout for the Calamity and Thorium bosses? In the early game, I would really recommend getting lead armor, just for the knockback immunity. It's probably the best pre-boss armor, unless you're going with like rogue, in which case go for gladiator armor, or if you're going mage or summoner, because they kind of need their own stats to be useful. Just realised I've still got the thingy on as well. Right, let's get another obsidian skin going. Your assumption is right that I did get the shadow key with wooden dungeon chests, but that wasn't the first try. No, I went to different worlds that had, I think it's was it Get Fixed Boy or Don't Dig Up or Further Worthy or something that has a wooden chest guaranteed to spawn. Well, not guaranteed. A wooden chest can spawn above the underground line, so the guardian won't spawn while you try and get it. Which is a nice way that you can actually get it without having to kill Skeletron and search through the dungeon. But I did end up going to a few worlds and killing Skeletron in them. What is your playlist? This is just the Stardew Valley soundtrack. Drunk Worlds, yes. Drunk Worlds that have the chest at the top. When are we going to get back to the interesting gameplay, hell sleeping? Very soon, very soon. Just need to check these chests at the end of the world, and we'll be done. From then on, we'll be hell sleeping until we get a traveling merchant, and then I'll be probably going off after that whether I get the key brand or not. Rude. Okay, where is the nearest bed then? Because I'm getting real. Oh, come on, come on. I can't be that lucky. No, of course I can't be that lucky. It was silly for me to even consider it, to be honest. Right, these are stackable, so these can wait. I'll sell that. Let's throw that money onto the ground. Okay, at least our gold's looking a bit better now. Okay, so I'm gonna call it there because I've been streaming for too long with just sleeping in hell, and I need to eat. So yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. Oh, let me actually sell these real quick. Yeah, thank you for joining the stream. Hopefully, if we get lucky enough at the start of the next stream to get the key brand real quick, it will just be one more stream and this playthrough will be finished. But yeah, let's figure that out next stream. This time it's done. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.